Let's begin. When you hear the name Paris, most people immediately think about the famous Eiffel Tower or the impressive art collection at the Louvre. In my recent trip to Paris, I was able to see these attractions in person, and I did not expect the amount of people standing outside the Louvre or underneath the Eiffel Tower. This made me question why people were so interested in a rusty tower or just an ancient art museum. People would stand in hourly lines to see the tiny picture of the Mona Lisa. So to answer this question, I want to present the history of Paris and give a little bit more information about these influential structures. So first, according to a journalist named John Ardo from Britannica, I found that Paris was a growing city of culture and intellect. In the past, it inspired artistic individuals to come into the city, along with being a center for education and wealth, especially during times of the Industrial Revolution, where people were drawn to the city for jobs. There was great city expansion, and today we can see these differences in culture throughout the city and in its architecture. Architecture was greatly inspired by the kings and rulers during economic prosperity as well. Today, many tourists think that a lot of the architecture is a symbol of love. However, that is not always the case. In fact, in a National Geographic story by Robert Moore, it was said that the engineer who created the Eiffel Tower thought little of romance during its creation. Instead, the goal was to create a tall structure with that could not be knocked down by high wind speeds. The romantic reputation of the Eiffel Tower was actually due to the many weddings and honeymoons that stood underneath the building. It became a symbol of love because of the people's influence on the meaning. Another influential structure was, as mentioned before, the Louvre Art Museum. This was, according to an article by History.com, the art museum was historically a place for Francis I to store his art collection from foreign countries of which he collected it from. Now, it's a museum in which people from across the world can come visit these ancient artwork pieces and learn from them. So as we've discussed throughout the speech, I've talked about the vast history of Paris and its two most influential structures and why so many people visit them. I hope that now you know the history of this renowned city, you can fully appreciate its culture and understand its significance. Thank you for watching this speech.